want to scuba? That's right. We just finished our scuba class. We're getting our scuba cert. So, getting ready for this Hawaii trip. We are now, today is officially, what, 4 weeks away? 4 weeks, 28 days. We are 28 days from Hawaii and all it has to offer. All I know about it is it's gonna be a lot of pork and some Lay's, and that's about it. Tropical weather, I'm assuming. So I'm getting my scuba certification because I want to enjoy it. I want to take some pictures. I want to have a nice experience. Got some plans for trips during the end of the year as well, so can use it there. And I'm excited. I'm excited. We went down to the deep end, 12 foot down, which is, really nothing, but just breathing underwater it's amazing. Like it's so weird because I spent so many years practicing nose breathing, like, in through the nose, out through the mouth, or like just nose breathing when you're exhausted, or like in CrossFit when you're high intensity, just trying to get as much breath through the nose as possible because we're told that's better. And in the pool, obviously you can't do anything with your nose, so it's all mouth breathing. Today we had to take the mask off under the water, put it back on, clear it, all that stuff. That shit's freaky, man. That thing will freak you out. But, so that was 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, I was out of the house at 6 this morning. So we had an early morning. We had our chicken and rice this morning already. New low weigh-in, 179. Here we are. So we're looking really good. I'm really happy. Compared to where we were in the beginning, 5 weeks later, look at where we are now. We're not starving. We just started increasing cardio this week. So I got my food here. We got our beef, our sweet potatoes, and now we've come down. We've changed our macros this week. So we've come down a little bit. And that can be loud. We've come down a little bit on our sweet potatoes and on our rice. So our carbs have come down a little bit, and we're just gonna see how that plays around, how the body reacts to that. And then probably have some high fat days in there, or maybe even higher carb days. I don't know, because we still have, I remember, like we're 28 days from Hawaii, but we are still 14 or 15 weeks from first competition. So we're already lean down. Like we are in an excellent spot for even 14 weeks out. Much better than I've ever been in the past. Last year was going to do this, but because of COVID, the competition got canceled. But even then, I would have had to really struggle because I was probably this lean 4 weeks out, maybe. I didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't know what I'm doing. That's the beauty of it. But, so I was probably like this about 4 weeks out. Now I'm like this 14 weeks out. Huge difference. We can just kind of settle in and just little by little. So it's not such a process. So really, the only thing that should be hard is those last weeks or two, cardio with low calories, with that type of stuff. But I'm going to eat this meal. And then, you know what? We're going to get a hell of a leg day in today too. We had to swim back and forth in that pool. We had a bunch of different stuff, but we are going to have an excellent day. It's just a good day all around. But first, donuts. Hey, like I said before, we have switched up our macros. So that means a couple of little changes here and there. We're actually going to be cooking up a breakfast burrito right now. And I'm trying to, I want to just make these videos as real as possible. Just as real. That's it. Still on a high from diving. That was fun. Getting used to breathing. It's awesome. Really like that. Also, I know I mentioned donuts before. We stopped and picked up these bad boys. Look at these things. Look at those. Whoo! Man, we are going to get back to the cheat days when this whole prep is over. I tell you what. Unfortunately, I don't get to try them. I don't get to eat any, but I have tried them from that place. That place is amazing.
This is sort of one of those things. I do weird things, right? I like to challenge myself in different ways. And this is one of those things, like, I'll pick up that box of donuts. I'll pick up a box a week for my kids, and I'll have them here, just in front of me, whatever. I like to keep, one of my vices is peanut M&Ms. I like to keep a huge party-sized bag open, mind you, open, in my cupboard, just because it's sort of a challenge not to go for it, right? When you're getting those little down spots, I know a lot of people say, like, take all the junk food out of your house. I'm the exact opposite. I like to sink into it, and that works for me. Doesn't work for everybody, and a couple years ago, it didn't work for me at all. Don't get me wrong, but for right now, that one meal was not enough. I am starving, and we gotta go hit up Legs today. That's how quick and easy we do that. So we have changed up our macros, like I said before. Basically, we're eating less carbs. We've probably dropped about 40 grams of carbs out of our diet. Yeah, that makes about sense. So about 40 grams, so we're half of our rice and grinds. I'm using this protein wrap here, which does not, as like sort of a breakfast burrito, but this meal is so much volume. And protein wraps do not wrap up very well. It's like the, I don't know, the wheat, the carbohydrates, whatever that are in there allows that flexibility. When you get this high protein, it's not as flexible. So I'm using that instead of the rice and grinds today. I have my leftover eggs over here, still rocking blueberries because I love them. And like I said before, if you ain't drinking out of a DK mug, you ain't even drinking coffee. Like, let's face it, your morning can't start with a smile unless you're looking at that, even though it's 2 o'clock, but you know what I mean. So this is gonna be a pre-workout meal. We still have 2 more meals left for the day. Our sweet potatoes and our rice has come down. However, our green beans come up, right? So we're trying to eat more volume. I'm also gonna start introducing more salads now to the mix because volume. Like I said, like a big spinach salad, 2 cups of spinach is only like 35 calories, and it's huge. It's huge when it gets in, what it looks like on that plate is what it looks like in your stomach. So you can just imagine, boom, you're gonna feel full. Drink a bunch of water with that, maybe a diet soda here and there. That is how salads work. Most people think salads are healthy. Technically spinach is, lettuce is kind of just meh, whatever, as far as health-wise. But what it does is allows you to eat less because it's more volume. Very simple concept. Now you add your chicken to that, or even your rice and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden you have a great meal that's got huge volume, that can fill you up for longer, because that protein's gonna keep you full from the chicken. But then that volume, I feel like I'm just saying that over and over again, from the spinach is going to also fill that space in your stomach and be like, oh, I actually feel full. I actually feel good after that, because that full feeling is a good feeling, right? It's wired in our brains to feel good when we're full. And if we're feeling good and we're still dieting, and now we're looking good too, whew, we got it all. So let's go hit this leg workout. I'm gonna take you along. I don't care if somebody tells us not to film or not. We're gonna get this thing done. Let's go. As we're heading out here on our way out the door to our leg day, I forgot just how amped up gotta get my, need my sweatshirt still. Let's get in here. Oh, whoop. That's super weird. I didn't think that would be in there, but let's get our keys too while we're waiting here. All right, that's enough of this. Let's just eat our post-workout enjoy ourselves. Post-workout meal, said screw it. Chicken, rice, green beans, less rice than normal. That is what we're gonna have. Meal number 4 coming at you. I have one more meal today to go, but it is what it is. Great leg day. Actually, not a great leg day. Not realizing that the gym closed. So I was only there for like 40 minutes, got a good quad day, but we'll have to do hamstrings and calves tomorrow, plus whatever we were scheduled to do. I don't even know, I have to look at the program. So, well, we'll get it done, because that's what we're doing. That's what we do. So tomorrow will actually just be 2 workouts rather than cardio. Today, using the pool as cardio, 4 hours, freezing in that pool. And then also had to do like that swim test today, had to do like floating tests. So there's a lot of activity this morning. Gonna use that instead of getting on the stepper, which is something that I don't think I talked about this before, which is something we added on this week. Added the stepper in rather than the walks around the block, because it's cold, it's icy, it's crappy out in the Northeast, and I can't really do the walks outside anymore without actually slipping around. So, gotta jump into that stepper. Not something you wanna do, especially cutting the calories like this or cutting the carbs like this. It really becomes a grind come the end of the night. But that's part of it, right? That's part of the, I don't wanna say fun, but that's part of the process. Those little things there, when you get them done, mean so much more than those workouts that you want to go hit, than the food that you want to eat. It's when you don't want to do these things and you still do them, that is what you remember. That is what you reflect on. That is what builds the physique that you want, the mentality that you want, the discipline. Those are things that you can lean on. And those are things that I think about all the time. All the workouts I didn't want to do. All the times I wanted to snack and I didn't. All the times I wanted to cheat and I didn't. Somehow got over it. Like, those are those experiences that I call on when they come back up. And those are the things you got to go through to make progress. It just is what it is. You got to do things you don't want to do. And that's it. So, got my new workout up here. You know we always post them up right here in the kitchen, so that they're our new workout, new meal plan, so that they're there. They're fresh. You don't have to guess. There's no guesswork. But I am starving. That's what this is gonna be. This is gonna end the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.